All right, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're in a different scenery in the crib, got the candle lit right there. We'll be speaking and diving into the idea of the exceptional man. So, to all of my men, young adult men, adolescent men, immature men, emotionally mature men, spiritually mature men, this is for you. Okay? So, when we were a kid, right? Think of the time in which you had an idea of who you wanted yourself to be. What did you see yourself doing? How many things you were into, right? Because when we were a kid, our imagination runs rapid. So we have so many different things that, we want to tackle, and we don't believe in, a jack of all trades. We're just doing things that are cool and are fun to us, right? That give us fulfillment, give us joy. And it's not until we get falsely programmed that we think we have to be, or we should be, a mastery of one, right? Self mastery that a lot of people in this space are becoming more aware of is what it is to be a genius. Self mastery, because you are preparing yourself to essentially be a jack of all trades. Go back to your roots, who you were as a kid. So think of the man who you always thought you could be, and ask yourself, am I putting myself in positions to be closer to that? And if the answer is no, you got to go back to the drawing board. Got to go back to the mental board, the board of administrations, and start to manage some things and fire some people, hire some new people, right? So the exceptional man is the man that is exempt from the regular societal rules, regulations, and guidelines, right? This is the man who has always thought outside the box, right? Even when they attempted to give him a certain curriculum, he thought about 3 other curriculums inside the curriculum, and this is a gem. This is a superpower. Do not let anybody kill this. Do not let anybody shoot this down for you mentally, because this is going to propel you. And I mean, it's going to set you very far apart from the pack. So I want to first talk about the pros of the exceptional man. The exceptional man always knew. In the beginning, never really trusted. The exceptional man was always aware, just didn't know the term. The exceptional man was always self-managing, just didn't have a team. This exceptional man was always in tune, intuitive, but never had nobody to talk to. Never had nobody to really understand. In the beginning, the exceptional man wants to be understood because he feels so alienated, right? And then throughout our journey, we realize that the point of love, the point of guidance, the point of servitude is to understand. So therefore, you can be understood. That's the pros of the exceptional man, very open, very generous, but also very selfish and selfless, right? But I'm explaining this to you guys because we are just in a space of so much turmoil, but also so much good at the same time. It has to get bad before it can get good. I mean, we see what's going on in politics, right? We see, like, this is a new phase. Like for everybody, this is a new phase of life. This is different. You know how they say, act like you've been somewhere before? Well, sometimes, goddamn it, I can't act. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm learning just like you. Shit. Let me tell y'all a quick story. So let's take two vicious animals. Let's take a bear and a lion, or a cheetah. A bear and a cheetah. You are hiking in the woods by yourself. You got all your tools, flashlights, you got all your gear, your boots, you strapped, you ready. And it becomes nighttime and you see a bear and a cheetah about to brawl, about to get into a fight. Are you going to intervene in the middle of their fight? Well, I would hope not. And the reason why I bring this example up is because so many times we want to be in the middle, or we personify ourselves as the bear or as the cheetah. And we want to control everything. We want to fight. We want to lose. We want to win. We want to be in the middle. We want to instigate. We want to split it up. We want to play so many roles. We want to play too many roles. So we psychologically personify our shadow, and they invite more people, which haunts us. It catches up to us. And the exceptional man sometimes realizes this before it's too late. And that's okay. That's okay. When it comes to the exceptional man, it's never going to be the same. Like, once a man gets his heart broken from something or someone, experience a very, very heartbreaking loss. It could be from someone who they have to let go, or a death in the family, right? You got to let go in another way, right? Rebirth, death, transitioning. Either way, that man never forgets their first couple heartbreaks. Never. It doesn't get better. People who are addicted to things, to people, to situations, to repeating circumstances, it doesn't get better. You learn how to manage and be more productive with your addiction. I have multiple videos about dopamine detoxing and, FOMO, fear of missing out, and semen retention, and NoFap, and stop counting the days, making the days count. Like, stop making this journey a countless marathon. You're putting yourself through all these damn these number portals and these damn weird ass thought loops. Like, kill that shit. Every day is day one. What if you went to the gym and you didn't have no number for your sets? You had no number. So you said you were going to do 5 sets of your workouts, right? You're going to do 4 exercises for, let's say, back. But you're not counting. So everything is to failure. It's 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. You go until it hurts. How much growth would you really have if every single set you went until failure? You know how many things you are practicing by doing some workouts like that? Yes, that is working out physically, but what happens if you transmute that into mentally, psychologically, spiritually? You do it until you can't get it wrong. You do it until it's permanent. You're going to think about it, yes, but you can always control how you react. So the exceptional man has this in mind. Now let's talk about the cons of the exceptional man. The exceptional man feels very alone. The exceptional man feels very alienated, feels very misunderstood, right? The exceptional man knows very early that he can't really go to too many people for actual advice. He can only go to people for them to speak about what they did or didn't do and how we can learn through osmosis from their mistakes, which is great in its own right. But exceptional men are they're held to a standard and also hold themselves to a standard, which is powerful, man. So we look for other mentors, we look for other guides who have been through what they have walked through. They've endured what they endured, and they've learned some extremely profound lessons to give you, right? It's like the mystics. The mystics, the mystics used to bring all type of kids of all ages. And that was the school of thought. Young boy who's 8 is learning alchemy. A young man who is 15, 18 is learning chemistry, is learning biology, is learning the spiritual laws, right? Karma, detachment, the law of assumption, the law of detachment, the law of attachment. Like, they're studying these things, and one by one, they are what? Exercising it. How many leaders, coaches, teachers have been through what they're teaching? They're really here to instill light, instill love. The exceptional man knows that there's not too many, just that you're going to, right? Seek and you shall be given. But it takes a lot of mental fortitude to push through that. Now, would the exceptional man complain? Absolutely not. But we all need to vent, right? We all need to speak up and speak out. All of us. The exceptional man talks to God, talks to the universe, writes, puts it in something that they truly love. Their outlet, their personal outlet. That's why I'm so heavy on having your space as a man. Finding your space could be the gym. That's your form of therapy. It could be a body of water, a park. It could be a movie theater parking lot. Could be a mall parking lot, but like in a duck off, that's your area. That's your like quiet space where you can think or not think. You can let go. You can cry. You can shed. You could scream if you want to. That's powerful to have, man. So powerful. So to everybody who's listening, this is a video that is going to transmute masses. It's going to transmute a lot of y'all's minds, because once upon a time, you thought you were out of your mind for thinking how you thought. But like I said in the beginning, the young man, you, who once wanted to be where you're at, looking back, is so happy you went through what you went through. He is so ecstatic. He is so ecstatic, man. And you got to give yourself grace, man. You got to give yourself room to love. You got to give yourself room to change, to be, to experience, to hold on to something, just to let it go. whether you had it for a year, 5 years, 6 months, 3 months, 2 days, a weekend, at least you had it. At least you were granted that opportunity to have it. And that's a beautiful thing. So shout out to all the young men in the world who still standing firm. Even we know it's difficult. We know that. We're not going to get the utmost praise, but trust me, in families, in the world, you see what's going on around us. We need more men who are hands-on. We need more men, exceptional men, who are hands-on in their family, in their community, but not in the for the glamour type of way, for the paparazzi, for the applause, for the cause. That's what we need them for. No motive, no ulterior motive, because that's what we're here to do. We are the closest thing. We are God. Like I said, we are gods. So therefore, if we are the closest thing to God, if we are connections, like speed dial connections to God, and woman was made from man, then we have to stay connected to the source so that woman, children can follow our lead. But it got to be righteously. It has to be righteously. And so those who haven't felt recently the need to express themselves, do it. You've been stonewalling yourself. Express it. Talk it out. If you got to pay for a therapist for one session, do it. If you got to go somewhere else, go to a different city. Like, I'm a huge advocate for talking to random people because God damn, they are just some of the best teachers, man. Like, and of course, don't, overspill all of your shit onto their table, but be a person. They're a person just like you. You ask questions, they express themselves, you express yourselves, and trust me when I say y'all are more connected than you think. So express yourself, fellas. Express yourself, learn yourself, love yourself, and give yourself grace. Give yourself patience. It's bad enough we've grown into this culture of wanting everything so goddamn quick. And then on top of that, the pride, the sloth, the envy, the jealousy, the greed. All of these sins that hinder us and psychologically block us from those high vibrations, those high portals, man. We need them. We need them. So I love y'all, man. This video is utterly, as well as all my other videos I made. This video in particular is made with the utmost love and grace and honor and respect to all my fellas out there. So keep pushing, keep trucking, and when needed, take time and sit down, write out your feelings, talk out your feelings, or cry, or better yet, just sit there. Just sit. Look at the ceiling and let that be your therapy for the day. But I love y'all. Take care, and I'll catch y'all next video. It's your boy, JB. And I'm out.